Hello and welcome to Hometown Cooking with Marianne. Today we are going to make barbecue sauce. And I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see what I have in the pot. Okay, in this pot I have 5 cups of ketchup. And I also have Worcestershire sauce. I have the 1/4 cup in here. I have another cup here. So it's 1 1/4 cups Worcestershire sauce. Okay, we have a cup of pineapple juice. Three-quarters a cup of water. I'm going to give that a little mix with my whisk. Okay, now I have molasses. We have to get 1 1/4 cups molasses. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to spray the cup with Pam. I'm going to get my molasses in there. 1 1/4 cups. With the ketchup, I got the ketchup without the high fructose and corn syrup. I like it plain. Pretty sure it's French's that does it. That has it. Okay, let's see what we have from that. Spraying the cup hopefully will make it easier to pour out the molasses. Okay, that's one. Just 1 1/4. And these molasses are non-GMO. You want to try to get as healthy as you can. Okay, we're almost there. You know where they get slow as molasses from. Okay, almost there. And I find that this recipe, a lot of barbecue sauce, base is ketchup, but the sugar is what makes it. Okay. Right. There we go. Came right out. I measured everything out ahead of time for you so that I wouldn't bore you. Okay. Get rid of this. Mix this in a little bit. And we'll put the spices in. Now, it called for cayenne pepper. I have a teaspoon, but I don't have cayenne pepper. I have just hot red pepper. It's not much. It's a teaspoon. 3 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of dried mustard. 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of paprika. Your choice. If you want to make it smoky, you can use smoked paprika. 2 teaspoons of onion powder and garlic powder. Now, I have pepper, 4 teaspoons of pepper, regular pepper. Let me put that in here. There you go. We're going to mix all that up right now. Now, since I'm going to be canning this, what I'm going to do is use canning salt. Because anytime you can, you want to use canning salt. You don't want anything iodized, and Won't change the color, and it won't do anything that's not supposed to. It's 2 tablespoons of canning salt. Let me see. I have a celery seed. I'm sorry, it was a teaspoon of celery seed in there. That I thought that was salt. I'm in Worcestershire. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to put in the 4 cups of brown sugar. And after I'm finished with this, we'll put a shot of, oh, that looks good already. And break it up, because what we're going to do is we're going to cook it for a ½ hour. We break up as much of the sugar as we can. I'm going to put in a little liquid smoke. I would say a couple dashes, but we'll measure. I'm going to do a ½ teaspoon of liquid smoke. Roll the lid. Okay. And I forgot a ¼ cup of lemon juice. That's it. All right, I am going to put this on the stove, medium, and we're going to cook it down, cook it until I like the thickness. I'm going to try a ½ hour, and we'll come back. Okay. Okay, this has been on the heat for about 15 minutes. 15, 16. We got about 14 more to go. That's what it looks like right now. Okay, we'll give it another 15 and we'll check it then. We'll check it for the taste, see if it needs anything. What do you think? No! Okay, well, we're stirring this. I'm getting my canner ready. I filled it up with the hot water. Burners are both on high. I filled my jars up with water, and I'm going to let them sit in there while it heats up. That'll sterilize my jars. The lids don't have to be in hot water anymore, so I'm just going to wash them and sit them in a bowl. And we'll be back. Okay, like I said, I put hot water into my pan, and I filled the jars, after I washed them with hot soap and water, filled them up with water so that they don't slip over, and we're going to dunk them in for now. Oh. And that's why I put water in there. Probably will need more, because it has to be covered. This is, now you can see how much you have in here. I'm going to have to put a little bit more water in there to cover it about 2 inches. And it's a hot water bath, not a pressure cooking procedure. Now our sauce is bubbling away. Still have a few minutes on it. Let it bubble away, because right now it's a little thin for me. If you like it like this, taste it. See if you like the taste, and I'll be tasting it. You can add what you want to it. And you can can it now, but I'm going to wait until it cooks down a little bit more. Okay. It's bubbling up really nice. Caution, be very careful. It is very hot and it will burn you. Now I want to take the spoon in, let it cool down, and take a taste. Now is when you want to put, it's been a half hour, now is when you want to put in anything else you want, any seasonings. Tastes good. I think I'm going to leave it. Okay, that's very good. I'm going to cook it down. Still a little thin for me. You have to, I think you have to do a little thicker, cook it down a little bit until, because when you jar them, you don't want it to thin out. Okay, we'll be right back in 30 minutes, and hopefully this will be up to par and we can start jarring everything. Get yourself your clean lids. We don't have to keep them in boiling water anymore. You just wash them. And your rings and vinegar. Vinegar is to clean off the lids. And before I get started, I'm going to be putting my funnel into the hot water to sterilize it. We'll be right back in about 30 minutes. Okay. I didn't give it a full 30 minutes. I gave it another 15 because it looks really nice, coming out good. And I'm impatient. Okay. So, my water is starting to boil. I have my funnel was sitting in the hot water. That's thorough. I have clean paper towels always. And my ladle's in the hot water. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Now let's get together here. Put that here because it's a little wet. Okay. Alright. Bring up the rack. I have all this water in the jars. There's a good chance I won't need it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump them out into the water into the sink. Take my tongs and grab it. And put a little bit in there, but not much. Just pouring it into the sink. Bringing my pot close. I'm going to take out 2 jars at a time. I have pot mitts that have like a rubber and they're heat resistant. Now, put your funnel, and we're going to pour, we're going to fill it up to within a ½ inch from the top. Make sure I do this without putting it down in the middle. I really don't know how many I'm going to be making, so I made a few extra jars. Usually a ½ inch is up to the second ring from the bottom. A little bit more, like that. Okay, let me see. Paper towel to clean it up a little bit. I know this is hot as anything. Let's move that over. Now, I have my vinegar water. I'm going to dip my paper towel in it. I'm going to clean the rim. And that is so that you have a good connection between the lids and the glass. And when you're doing this, you always make sure that you don't have any sharp edges. If you do, you have to transfer the liquid to a better one that's not broken. Now you center your lid, put the band on, and back into the water. Okay, my second one. Okay. Get it so you can see it.
Shake it off.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. Remember, fill it up. There's the top. There's one ring and two. This middle ring, it should be filled up too. Get another jar. Meantime, you want to keep your water going because you're going to need to bring it to a boil. You know what? I have a little too much in there. Let me grab it out. Okay, put it in this one. All right, that's better. Wipe the rim. Make sure you don't have any cracks. Okay. Get a lid. And make sure your hands are clean because, like I said, we're not boiling the lids anymore. And we'll be back in a little bit after I fill all these up, and I'll let you know how many I used. And we'll have a little chat. Be right back. Okay, we're back, and I just got 5 pints and about half a pint out of it. This will go in my refrigerator for a meal, maybe chicken. And I'm taking the rest of the vinegar and pouring it in a pot, and that'll keep the lime down if your water is hard. Mine isn't, but I do it anyway. Okay. Got a little sauce in my hand. Now you bring the rack down carefully. And I think I'm going to need more water. Has to be an inch to 2 inches from the top. Yeah, definitely. Get some hot water. Right now we're just under 2 inches. That'll be fine. Alright, and put the lid on. Now what you want to do is you want to wait until it boils really hard, and then you let it boil for 20 minutes for the pint. So if it were quarts, it would be 25 minutes. And we'll be right back. Okay, it's coming to a boil, as you can see. What we're going to do is give it 1 minute, and then we're going to put the timer on for 20 minutes for our pints, 25 for quarts. If you have in-betweens, if you have pints and a half, you time it as a quart for 25, but we're doing ours for 20 minutes. And then we'll be right back. Okay, before you do this, make sure there are no drafts and all the fans are off. I had it lifted up for 5 minutes with the lid off. And here they are. Get a clean towel, double towel. You don't want it on a cold surface, they will break. That's the second one. They are beautiful, and my house smells fantastic. It's worth canning your own food when your house smells wonderful. And then somebody comes home and says, "Ooh, what are you cooking?" There it is. We got 5 pints, and we got a half a pint, and that will be probably barbecue chicken tomorrow night. And if you like this recipe and watching, I would like you to please hit the like button, come back and see us again, and you can subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. And share it if you would like to, however you'd like to. So there we are. You have barbecue sauce, and the shelf life should be until you lose a seal on there. For me, I will let you know if any of them open up early. But they all took a seal. If you see that one of them hasn't taken a seal, make sure you put it in the refrigerator after it cools down, and then use it within a few days. Okay, that's it. I want to send you a lot of love, prayers for happiness and good health, and I hope to see you back again soon. Bye-bye. Love ya. Try close up.